Last week on Legally Kidnapped.
Good evening. In Australia this week, Child Protective starts snatching newborns right from the hospital, just like England. In California, Orange County gets away with putting innocent parents on the child abuse registry, stating that they cannot be sued for doing so. In North Carolina, a mean old foster mother is charged with child abuse for repeatedly hitting an 8-year-old boy with a wet rag. And a Brazilian court orders Google to pay a priest $8,500 for an anonymous false report of pedophilia on the Orkut network. Cassandra A. Merrill of Potsdam, New York, was charged with making a false accusation of child neglect to the hotline. And a Texas child protective worker has been fired and is under investigation for trying to get it on with a 14-year-old foster child. A Pennsylvania social worker gives a pregnant teenager a choice, either get an abortion or lose one of the kids. In Florida, a 72-year-old grandmother was arrested for domestic battery after slapping her teenage granddaughter in the face for using the F word one too many times. An autopsy fails to determine the cause of death of a 13-year-old foster kid from Alberta, Canada. And in England, a pediatrician who abused his power by lying about a mother in a child abuse/murder investigation gets his license back. A British baby stealer who failed to act on the school's concerns for abuse gets fired for lying about it in the records. And 100 workers get laid off in Washington, D.C. A drunk driving cop from New Mexico doesn't even lose his license. The Attorney General of Florida gave $60,000 to an anti-gay activist who hired a male prostitute to testify against gays adopting children. A Pennsylvania mom is accused of trying to hire a hitman to kill her ex-husband so that she can have sole custody of the kid. And a dad from Texas gets shot by his kid's mom's new boyfriend during a custody exchange. As soon as Governor Charlie Crist gets his thumb out of his ass and signs a piece of paper, a retarded foster child who was raped by her foster father will finally get the money that the state of Florida owes her. And finally, tonight, DHS workers of Michigan protest poor working conditions, including heavy workloads and legislation that would cut their benefits. For these stories and all the latest dirt on the child protective industry, visit www.legallykidnapped.com. And until next week, this is Baby LK, over and out.